Hello friends, my name is Abhishek and I welcome you to Current Affairs Show. In this series, we cover important current affairs of the day from the competitive exams point of view. We cover important news from different newspapers and web portals. So, let's start with today's video without wasting any time. Number 1. Green shoots visible. India to play big role in global revival, says PM Modi. Addressing his first global event since the pandemic, PM Modi invited MNCs to invest in Indian economy. He was addressing the India Global Week, which is an event organized by the London-based media group India Inc. Apart from inviting the companies to invest in different sectors of Indian economy, he also asked MNCs to invest in India's defense sector, which is one of the largest spender in the world after US and China. It is important to note here that only last month the Finance Ministry raised the FDI cap in defense sector from 49% to 74%. This was supposed to give a boost to defense manufacturing industry in the country. It was also a part of the $20 trillion relief package of the government. Prime Minister Narendra Modi in February had set a target of $5 billion for India's defense exports in the next 5 years at the inauguration of the 11th Defense Expo in Lucknow. India has also launched 2 industrial defense corridors, one in Uttar Pradesh and other in Tamil Nadu. Number 2. Calls for delineation of LAC on rise. After the Galwan incident, the call for delineation of LAC or the line of actual control is on rise. In his 2015 visit to China, PM Modi had pushed for clarification of LAC, but his proposal was rejected by the Chinese side. With Pakistan, India has an international boundary which has been delineated by both the sides as LOC, whereas the alignment of the LAC has never been agreed upon and it has neither been delineated nor demarcated. There is no official map in the public domain that depicts the LAC. Number 3. 15th Indian-European Summit to be held in virtual mode. The summit was scheduled to be held in March at Brussels, Belgium, but was postponed due to COVID pandemic. The 14th summit took place in 2017 in New Delhi. Number 4. Stock market on rise despite pandemic and war-like situation with China. Sensex has gained 40% since March despite economic contraction. This highlights the disconnect between the financial markets and the real economy around the world. The real threat comes from the unrealistic valuation of companies which might turn into a bubble. The trend is being replicated at stock markets around the world. One reason for this trend is the ample liquidity in the market which comes from easing of monetary policies around the world. Monetary policy is the management of flow of money in the economy to achieve goals relating to inflation, consumption and growth. In India, RBI or Reserve Bank of India is the body responsible for maintaining monetary policy. It uses tools like repo rate to attain its objectives. Repo rate is the rate of interest at which RBI lends money to different financial institutions such as banks. Currently, RBI has kept repo rate very low at 4%. This could be a reason of higher liquidity in the stock market. Also, India has recently witnessed a rise in FPI or foreign portfolio investment in Indian stock markets. Number 5. IRDAI planning pandemic risk pool. Amid the COVID pandemic, IRDAI or the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India is planning to set up a risk pool for insurance companies. A risk pool is a system where insurance firms pool money to provide protection to each other against catastrophic events. IRDAI is an autonomous statutory body tasked with regulating and promoting the insurance and reinsurance industries in India. Being a statutory body means that it was constituted by an act of parliament. Its headquarters are in Hyderabad, Telangana. Number 6. Australia might join this year's Malabar military exercise. Malabar is a trilateral navy exercise between US, Japan and India. It was started between the naval forces of India and USA in the year 1992. Japan joined as a permanent partner in 2015 only. Australia has been a non-permanent partner in the past. It has also made request for observer status in the past. If Australia joins for this year's exercise, it will bring all the 4 Quad countries together for a naval exercise. So friends, this will be it for today's video. Thanks a lot for joining and stay tuned. Bye.